Hello, Mandelians. We are going to take the many different Mandela effects we see in the world and organize them by meaning. The changes made to our world have some common threads running through them, and recognizing these themes will help us see how it all fits together. It isn't just Mandela message movies that have meaning. The individual Mandela effects we see happening in our world have meaning too. They can have more than one meaning. A perfect example of this is Charles Schulz. Why was his name changed by the Mandela effect? The easiest thing to see about this one is that the letter T has been removed and that this is a pattern. This pattern of taking the T out has a meaning, but this is not the only thing we can notice about this Mandela effect. In the course of my research, I have learned a lot. I have noticed this thread of morality and correction running through the changes being made to our history and to our world. The Peanuts world is a lot like our world, just without all the real ugliness and hate. The social aspect of their lives is very prominent, and they are always working things out between themselves. There are no schisms, and drama is kept pretty minimal. I think this is the way we were supposed to turn out. I think we were supposed to have better bonds between us all, and get a lot out of our relationships. You know, Snoopy means a lot to Charlie Brown, and in turn, Snoopy has a little buddy named Woodstock. The Charles Schulz Mandela Effect highlights the values of the man who entertained and educated children through his art. The way the Mandela Effect communicates things to us is not that straightforward. For example, the meaning of a Mandela Effect is sometimes found in what something was before it changed, and other times the meaning is found in the new version brought into existence by the Mandela Effect. This is important to remember as we look at the meaning of many different Mandela effects we are going to examine. There are a number of Mandela effects that speak to our need to be different people, and we are going to look at some of those now. JFK assassination. John F. Kennedy is remembered for taking a stand on the issue of civil rights. Hearing him speak out so boldly made me wonder why more politicians don't state their views on matters of right and wrong more clearly. Some feel that it took far too long for JFK to take this stand, considering everything our country was going through. Timely or not, I think this is a reason why the JFK assassination is being brought to our attention. I really feel our higher being is displeased with the racial tensions in our world. I can't say what the real motivation was for JFK's assassination. I think there are multiple possibilities. Was it done because of JFK's stance against hate? Maybe it was a ruthless power grab or the result of some behind-the-scenes corruption. In any of these cases, I think it's an indictment of our world that he was assassinated. The Lincoln Memorial. Abraham Lincoln was president during a very pivotal point in American history. When things seemed to be falling apart, not only did he fight evil, some say he bent the rules to get the job done. His efforts did a lot to end slavery in this country, and we should all be thankful for that. This is why he is being pointed out by the Mandela Effect. We are being told to fight those who are stinking up our world. Mr. Rogers. Almost everyone is familiar with Fred Rogers and his show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. It made a huge mark on the world. It is probably more accurate to say that Fred Rogers made a huge mark on the world. He is broadly admired for how positive his contribution to society was. He seemed to care deeply for his fellow human beings, and this came across clearly in a number of ways. I can't think of that many examples of the world rewarding someone for being kind and caring, but I think this man is one of them. He was a huge success at what he did, and his impact is admirable to say the least. He touched lives, and I have no doubt he left the world a better place. We could use a lot more of that. I think that's why he is being highlighted. Nelson Mandela. This was the one that gave the Mandela Effect its name. I haven't had a lot to say about Nelson Mandela because I really don't have any memory of him. I was into music as a young man and not politics. It seems that many people remember him dying in prison, and this gave rise to the awareness that things in our world and in history are changing in impossible ways. This is why it became known as the Mandela Effect. I have learned some things about him lately, and now I can see why he is so famous. He was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize. He fought against awful policies, like apartheid. Nelson Mandela ended up being the kind of leader who healed rifts and brought people together. Our higher being is telling us that hate is wrong and that we need to stick together. This is why Nelson Mandela is a great moral example to serve as the namesake of this phenomenon. Gandhi. Did you know Gandhi was imprisoned in the same jail as Nelson Mandela? People remember the spelling of his name being different than what we see now. I have some memory of this other spelling, and there are a lot of articles online saying that Gandhi influenced Nelson Mandela. Mahatma Gandhi was a civil rights activist in South Africa, and he is known for promoting a philosophy of nonviolence. I think his last name changed to highlight him as a moral example. Superman. There are a number of Superman-related Mandela effects, and one of the reasons for that is the moral example set by the Man of Steel. At times he can be almost nauseatingly good. He always cares about right and wrong, and the well-being of others. The Three Musketeers. The famous motto of the Three Musketeers seems to be a Mandela effect. I only remember hearing it stated as, all for one and one for all. It is now frequently stated as, one for all for one. The meaning of this Mandela effect is that we all need to stick together. This is the same moral I have found in some message movies.